G'day, welcome back to Goldson's Gold Making Weekly Recap, The War Within, episode 31. So, in the last week, I'm up 4,683,389 gold. My total gold earned since the launch of the War Within expansion is currently 7.5 million. I've recorded 3,901 hours across 5 WoW accounts of in-game time, which means I've averaged 1.9k gold per hour. I finally ditched 23 more of my fully maxed tailors and then converted them into enchanters to try and boost profitability. I bought more of the discounted delve reagents, hoping to flip them over time for some profit. I explored the bonus delve week and found out there's actually no limit beyond 28 bountiful delves, so go hard as you want. I hopped onto the PTR to try out the visions and to test out the 6 new weapon enchants, but more additional testing is required to get a full picture on that. I've been streaming quite a bit recently on Twitch. Drop by and give us a follow if you want to catch up and more than just a weekly recap. But all in all, I had a pretty full-on week as usual. Stay tuned for a more in-depth review on how I track my gold and how I spent my time in the game after the intro. G'day true seekers and confused admirers, Goldson here, showing you a different mindset regarding virtual wealth creation by setting goals, minimizing the distractions, the power of being focused and consistent. My goal for the War Within is to obtain 100 million gold. Join me on my adventure where I can impart knowledge and important life lessons that has made me the person who I am today. Yo, what's going on, boys? Goldson back here with another adventure update. Today's the 25th of March 2025. We're at episode 31 of the weekly recap series. I just recap what I did in the week. I set goals, I review goals, I sort of talk about what I get up to a bit more in depth, and just sort of my process on how I'm attacking this 100 million gold goal in the War Within. We are going to move into midnight eventually, and then after that, the last section of the World Soul Saga, the last Titan, which could be a few years away. I've set myself an ambitious goal to get 1 billion gold before the start of the expansion that hasn't been announced. So after the last Titan, goal is a 1 billion raw liquid gold. Yeah, we'll see how that one goes, but I hope everyone else out there is having a good week so far. Shout out to everyone subscribed and followed me on Twitch. Thank you very much, and for actually hanging out with me a bit on stream. I know being in Australia down under, I tend to get half and half. I get half Europeans and then half Americans, mostly Americans in the audience, and then Aussies are sort of in between. Just, because we are spread out as a community, gold makers, I guess. And yeah, thanks for everyone supporting me on that. I do appreciate that more than anything, to be honest. And saying that, let's get straight into it. I definitely hope that everyone else is also making a lot of gold. A few million a week for me is pretty good. If I can maintain 4 to 5 million gold a week, I definitely think we're going to reach the 100 million gold. If we do exceed that, obviously a bonus and a step closer towards that 1 billion gold goal. But we're going to go straight into thaumaturgy today. And to be honest, I didn't do much thaumaturgy last week. Not much at all. I processed 720,000 reagents, mostly just Gloomkite, Storm Charged Leather. Yeah, total revenue is probably 7.4 million, so not much really. We got 1,300 Blastomites out of all that, so the Blastomites are about 200k roughly at today's prices. So nothing happening there really. Hopefully this week we'll do a bit more thematic. To be honest, I thought I didn't do as much because they were quite volatile and unpredictable, so I sort of just took a little break on it. But this week it seems like the prices are stabilizing and profitability is remaining high, so we'll keep doing thaumaturgy. I think we do that every day. Hopefully we can do that every day this week, but we got a lot on this week as well, like every week. But anyway, concentration this week, we just focused on these 4 recipes here, all at rank 3. This is in order of revenue. So Authority of Depths, we got 628 of them, and then coming in second place we got Authority of Radiant Power. These are the 2 main weapon enchants that are used in the War Within currently. Yeah, we made 466 of them. The Flask of Alchemical Chaos, this is your go-to rank 3 flask. We've made 2,203 of these, so we're ramping up production of these. I think I think actually we are ramped, because we are fully ramped on the 92 alchemists doing this. This one's making a fair bit of coinage, but not as much as as enchanting. Enchanting's overall the better concentration setup. And we got 18 scribes, or 22 scribes in total, pumping out this Dark Moon sigil, which is an embellishment that increases a secondary stat on your gear that stacks up to 10 times. So I'm pretty sure in the game is getting this Dark Moon sigil. So that's the 4 I've been doing. You can sort of see we're at 10.7 million in terms of revenue. So we had 10.7 in the concentration, and was it 7? So looking at about 18 million gold worth of revenue for the week, and we definitely got profit on that, as you can tell. Goal review, we actually ticked all the boxes this week. I set myself a lofty goal of 23 tailors to enchanters. We did the bountiful delves. We ended up doing 31 tier 8 and above, and then I sort of stopped and focused on the enchanters. But I'm happy that we're at 91 out of 114, so we only got 23 more tailors to convert to see the light, hopefully. We're gonna see if we can get that achieved this week. Extra activities, I actually didn't write anything down, but I do remember that we went on the PTR to check out the visions, which was pretty cool. I never got to experience the visions in BFA, as I joined pretty much at the Shadowlands pre-patch event. Didn't have any time to do any of the visions. I did step foot in the vision once just to see what everyone was telling me to go and do, but I died straight away. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, fuck this. The fact that they're bringing it back is a bit strange. I'm not sure. Maybe it's got something to do with the lore, with the old god thingies. But we're going to test that a bit more this week, I reckon. That's kind of what I did. That and a bit of streaming, and just put in a lot of hours, really, just focusing on the goals. We had a community poll. I said, well, can you gain, because if you didn't know, but today is the last day of the bonus delve week, and I put a poll out saying, can you gain the journey experience and the brand points experience after completing 23 tier 8 bountiful delves a week. 23 we got from stream, and some people were saying 28, it caps out at 28 and stuff like this, because 28 makes sense, because on one character you can only do 28 bountiful delves a week, so 4 a day. So 7 times 4 is 28. So a lot of people were saying 23, 28. 28 made sense. So we did actually do more than 28. We did 31, and we were still gaining experience as normal, So 40% of you said yes, it keeps going. Another 40% was not sure. 18% said nah, it caps at 23. And then 3% said only for the lower tiers. We knocked this one out of the park. There's no cap on bountiful delves. If you want to do as many bountiful delves as you want, and you want to get to the level 80 brand and finish off the delver's journey and do whatever the hell you want, you go right ahead. You do as many delves as you like. One fella said, I think the question is, why would you want to do that many? I said, I love a good grind, I guess. And that is true. I do love a good grind. That's quite evident now on the channel. This time I just wanted to test the theory, and I kind of want to get the backdrop, the campsite, because that's the end of the journey reward, and I want to get a level 80 brand all the way up, just so I can test stuff at a higher level. And there was a bit of a rumor that Mr. Gem told me, he said, or told everyone on his chat, and I asked the question, and then he reckons that these recipes that they drop from the delves or something. So we really need to get on the PTR and just test where these recipes drop and where do the reagents drop and anything else we can add. So this week's community poll, I'll post it right as we publish this. So you go ahead, and we do one community poll a week at the moment. So get into that. My weight loss, we'll talk about it. We had a bit of a slip up. We had a red week. Well, really the last 2 weeks are kind of red. I've stopped. I had a little relapse. I was eating rice, and then we had a little celebration, and I literally got to get back on that fasting 1 meal a day forever now, because I eat shit. The psoriasis comes back really quite aggressively, and if I eat more cleaner food and drink healthy, filtered water, cleaner food, less sugar, carbs. Like, I do feel better overall. My sleep's better. Like, just overall general health for me, yeah, it's getting better. But like, I've done so well since the start of the year. I need to get back on that 1 meal a day, and I'll show you. Today I'm going to eat at 4 till 6. I do have a coffee in the morning, which doesn't really break your fast. But yeah, just trying to limit to 1 meal a day, and no binge eating. I gotta just put the hard stop on it now. Because this is the second time on the channel going through this. I'm not gonna stuff it up again. So yeah, moving on. We'll try our best to stick to 1 meal a day anyway. Proof of Gold's coming up now. Just it's relatively really quick one, couple minutes. But I've got just trying a new format with the recording and that, just to make it quicker, because I know Proof of Gold's really just for evidence. So you don't really need to watch it, I guess. Or you can if you want. All right, fellas. It is 9:50 a.m. So we're a little bit behind schedule. We'll go to the first account first. So hopefully Alcoholic doesn't stop. So we can gather the data. Let's see if we can do the time at the same time. All right, it looks like we can. The time is, was it 4:53, 18:41 minutes. Awesome. Oh, this guy will keep going. We'll log it. We'll get the data off this. All right, second account gold is 841,793. And how much time we got on this count? 75 days, 13 hours, 19 minutes. Let's get the third account going. Rightio, what do you got here for me? Third account has 331,225 gold, and the gold, or the time played, is 18 days, 17 hours, 24 minutes. Easy done. 2 more accounts to go. All right, fourth account now, Alcoholic. Put him up the top here. How much gold we got on here? 361,092. Beauty. Time played, 14 days, 18 hours, 16 minutes. All right, lucky last. Where's the... Okay, we're on the fifth account now. So the first thing first is to... Oh, we'll open the mailbox. We got some sales coming in, not much, but that's all right. We'll count it as is. We'll open the Warband bank. The bank is being used by another member of your Warband. Of course it is. Let me log off the other ones and try and get in. Well, lucky for us, these all finished thermatoging right at the same time. So we can safely log out, and then we'll log in on the 5th. We're just doing it just to get the information. We do it every week, you know. Boring, but it's my way, my preferred way of tracking my gold over time. Every week, really. I need to drink more water. Didn't have much sleep last night. We'll see how we go for stream. I'm probably live as you're watching this. Well, as soon as this uploads, we'll probably go live within an hour or two. Warband bank. Let's deposit in there. So the Warband bank. Well, where is it? Where we want gold tracking. The Warband bank saying 22,566,454 gold, and the account data is actually showing, what do we got here? 111,2868. Right, yeah, and then the time played 11 days, 1 hour, 6 minutes. All right, beauty. Let's log off this account and we'll switch over to the spreadsheet. We're on the spreadsheet. Hello. Okay, so we've put in our time, our gold, our liquid gold, our raw liquid gold, our time played across 5 accounts, and then we're going to come across here like we do every week. Let's see how much gold we've got. Oh, last week we had 21.9. This week we got 26.6. So that's an increase. How much of an increase is 4.6 million or 4683? So that'll be the thumb now. Beautiful. Okay, how much time do we put in? 108 hours. So we put in less hours, but we still got a bit of gold. That's all right. That's good. We had an average of 43.2k gold per hour. We can safely tick that one off for the week. So far we've earned 7.5 million gold in the War Within. So that's pretty good. We put in 3,901 hour. Our current gold per hour average is 1.9k gold, and I suspect this average is going to go up over time. It sort of has to. If we made 100 million, let's say we made 93 million, we type it in roughly. You see this? If we hit 100 million already at these amount of hours, that means we put in 25,000. We had 25,000 K gold per hour average, but I suspect our average is going to be a lot less than that because we haven't added in the hours. Anyway, we'll go back to the main segment. We'll talk about it more there. I'll just try and be a quick one, eh? But welcome back from the proof of gold. We're going to continue into the long-term goals. Obviously 100 million gold in the wall within, 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think, yeah, we hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I got a bit carried away with a little celebration with me and my missus. We sort of went to Hungry Jack's and got burgers. Probably not the best celebration for 3,000 subscribers, but that's the truth. Yeah, not good, but very happy about the 3K subscribers. I'm quite happy with 3K subs. I'm really happy with that. I kind of don't want any more, you know, because we've got enough people on Twitch that I can interact with. Any more is just going to be a hindrance. I won't be able to talk to much people like at a more personal level. But anyway, like we're really close to 300 followers too on Twitch. The followers on X, I think people are boycotting X or something, man. But people, I don't know. The growth on X isn't as going as good. It's probably because of Elon Musk, but I don't know. Only time will tell. Progression. So we went from 2.89%. We're at 7.57. Really, this is just like in the millions. So we went up 40 followers on Twitch actually. So we're at 227. Once we hit 300 on Twitch, we're good. Then we just focus on 300 followers on X. And once we get 300 followers on X and all these 4 goals, if we get the 3 subscriber goals done, we can just focus on earning 100 million gold really. And I'm just going to keep following that. Here's the graph update. We're sort of trending back upwards now. I predict that every week going on, we're going to be up and up, sort of like the same trajectory as this arrow. And if we keep going on that trajectory, we're going to hit 100 million possibly in August this year. Maybe end of August, September. That's my estimate, but only time will tell. We'll see how it goes. So that would mark 1 year in the wall within. If we get end of August, that'll be 1 year. These are my goals for this week. I'm trying to keep it steady on. Again, convert 23 tailors to enchanters. So that's the same goal as last week. This week, if we do 23, that's all of the tailors converted. And we'll have 114 enchanters at that point. So we're definitely going to be, the gold's going to be coming in very nicely. We're going to do a stream test on the weekend. We'll just test the PTR flat out on the weekend, see how hard we can go. Now that it's not delve week, we can sort of just do the delves on the main character and that's it. But it's not really a goal, it's more of a staple really. Like I'll do 5 tier 8 bountiful delves and then 3 tier 11s to get fully maxed out in the vault for my main Brewmaster monk. And yeah, Bacon Bombs from Canada, he wants to heal. I'm going to tank or DPS or heal, doesn't matter. But then we're going to do some Mythic Plus. I kind of want to get into Mythic Plus again just for this season because we are getting a lot of time back now that the army's nearly set up. So and I want to do a video guide tomorrow for enchanting for noobs because a lot of people ask me about like how do I get into it. They don't know the first steps to get into it and they haven't done the math. So I'll do an enchanting for noobs guide for tomorrow's video. Positive thoughts. I am a little bit tired because I haven't much sleep last night. The aircon went off and then I woke up and then I stayed up and then I started watching K-Chak and Elon at night time and then I've been up ever since, man. So I've been up 10 hours. I had like 2 hours sleep. So I'm probably not that enthusiastic on the video today, which it's my fault. I still want to get the video out at a minimum. Hopefully we can do some more thaumaturgy. I want to do thaumaturgy every day because of that. If anything, like because I'm doing okay. So in 2 weeks' time, all of my concentration old army is 100% complete. There's literally nothing more than I can do on them other than just spend the concentration and sell the items on the auction house at market price and collect that gold every week, every day we're collecting gold. And at the same time use thaumaturgy to process the cheap leather and turn it into like flasks, files, alloys, rank 3, tailoring bolts, fucking the inscription materials. I think we're gonna do today on stream. After we upload this, we'll do some streaming, and I'm gonna go into. I'm gonna prospect. I'm gonna do some prospecting. Gonna do some inscription on the on stream. Yeah, just going to trying to have a combination of that and concentration alts, and together, hopefully, that combination of gold making together will pump us up to 100 million as quick as possible. Because if my long-term goal is 1 billion, the more gold I make, the easier it is for me to get there, and feel and obtain 1 billion gold doing my method here. Obviously, it just takes time and effort and a few years, really. But it's like anything in real life, fellas. Like if you said to yourself, "Oh, I'm going to make 1 billion gold in WoW," you might be like, "Oh, fuck that! It's going to take too." You already lost the battle because you in your mindset is flawed. But if you're positive and you think that you can do it, and you will achieve it. You just have to stick with it. Yeah, try and get as much knowledge as you can. I'm still learning every day from you guys as well. Big help from you guys from chat. You teach me a lot. But yeah, we're just going to keep going every day until we get to our goal. And once we get to that goal, I don't know, who am I going to become in a few years' time? I don't know. But yeah, we'll leave it like that. We'll see you next weekend. If you're just watching the weekly recap, we'll see you on Twitch, streaming every day at the moment. Yeah, come hang out. Come give us some shit. Give us some encouragement, whatever you like. I don't bite. Yeah. That's it. I'll see you later. Tooroo, mate. All the best. Alrighty, that's it for the weekly recap. Cheers for sticking to the end. Hope you got something from it. Want more updates? Follow us on X at Goldson_TV. It's all about the journey, and remember, slow and steady always wins the race.